पहला शेड्यूल हो गया था, तो इट वाज रियली लाइक कि अब क्या करेंगे, तो यार वो गाने में किसको कास्ट करेंगे. एंड सडनली द कॉल केम, इट वाज 2 o'clock एंड माय मैनेजर टोल्ड मी दैट सलमान भाई आ रहे हैं. सो आई सेड कहाँ? इसे वो साइकिल देने आ रहे हैं बच्चों को, उनकी 2 बीइंग ह्यूमन की साइकिलें निकली हैं नई वाली, आर इन सुहाना, दे वर हियर, माय चिल्ड्रन वेंट डाउन. सो आई टोल्ड आनंद एंड हिमांशु, इज दैट ओके? ही सेड ऑफ कोर्स. सो ही केम, वी वेंट डाउन टू द लिविंग रूम टू सिट विद, एंड ही हैड सम फ्रेंड्स विद हिम. ही सेड अरे आपकी पिक्चर शुरू हो गई? हमने कहा हमने शूट कर लिया. तो उससे मुझे भी होना है उसमें. तो हमने कहा हम गाना कर रहे थे, सोचा सर मैं करूँगा, कब कर सकते हैं? सो ही सडनली सेड आई एम फ्री 3, 4, 5.
The reason why it is the most important day of my life is because the place where I am sitting. I mean, आपने हमारा सेट देखा होगा, but it's something different. The reason is that you've been very kind कि आपने हमें आपके घर में जगह दी है for today's shoot.
No, you've been very kind, yaar. I've been running around finishing the film, so I requested you all to come here. So it's very sweet of you to come. Thank you. I should have done it at a studio.
आपका जो किरदार है बउआ सिंह, never seen before character, not only because it's vertically challenged, but also because practically the most interesting part for me, he's very mean. How mean is he?
Actually, that was the whole. The fight was not to make him vertically challenged. Maybe a part of solving the problem of making the character very outspoken to the extent of being rude, we could do because we think you would, if not mistake him, at least take him because of the stature a little childlike. कि यार छोटा है. So I guess when you realize that it's all right to be how you are and people love you for that, I think his meanness ebbs a little. Though Aanand and Himanshu have kept him at least rude and badmash till the last shot of the film.
You know, I was coming to that as Bauwa Singh believed कि जिंदगी काटो मत, जियो. Now I sense that it's celebrating incompleteness in some way. So what convinced you to understand this whole celebrate your incompleteness, especially in today's world? क्योंकि आजकल everybody is in the race to be perfect.
Actually, that's what convinces me. You know, when you see your own career where you've been working for 30 years and people think I'm the perfect epitome of love.
Right.
Or romance because of the image I've created of Raj and Rahul. I'm actually a very simple person. I never believed I could be a star. I never believed I'm good looking. I never believed I'm the tallest. I never believed I had the best body. I never believed I could dance. And I just got a chance. But I believed that if I have an art, I'll be able to work hard on it. And all of us don't ask for empathy or sympathy because we believe we are good as we are.
Is it true that once you got onto the film, the script was not complete?
Some people work on scripts in a very theatre-like manner. I think Yashji used to do that. I think Aziz Mirza did that. Mr. Subhash Ghai used to do that. I worked with, Mani Ratnam does that. So I worked with all kinds of directors. And when Aanand Rai and Himanshu came and narrated the film, they had the whole picture in mind. They didn't have it on paper. Also because लिखना बहुत आसान है यार कि शाहरुख वर्टिकली चैलेंज होगा, ये सब जब हम करने को बैठेंगे बहुत सारे सीन बदल जाएंगे.
Right.
जस्ट बाय अब उसमें लगा वो ऐसा करके यहाँ जाता वहाँ जाता, बट नहीं यार सेरेब्रल पॉलिसी में ऐसा नहीं कर सकते. सो वी हैड एन ओपन एंडेड फिल्म व्हिच वुड गो फॉर अ फ्लाइट. And yes, so it wasn't a completely written down script, and that's why I really appreciate Katrina and Anushka being part of it, because rightfully they should have had that, but they also came on board for this journey with Anand and Himanshu.
टेक्निकल चैलेंजेस फिल्म को शूट करते वक्त बहुत ज्यादा हो गए बिकॉज आप वर्टिकली चैलेंज जो कैरेक्टर प्ले करें तो कुछ चीजें जो नॉर्मल हो वो शायद समझ में ना आए. जैसे आपके लिए बड़ा सा फोन होना चाहिए बिकॉज बिल आ जाओ,
तो एक सिंपल वे है कि बॉडी डबल लेके फेस रिप्लेस कर लो. लेकिन आनंद सर का ये था नहीं, मेरे को चाहिए तो शाहरुख की बॉडी लैंग्वेज जैसे वो बउआ को प्ले करेगा. सो देन हमने बहुत R&D की, कुछ 6 महीना 8 महीना. जैसे हमने एक गाना किया सलमान के साथ, हमने ये सभी सोचा ही नहीं था कि यार जो लाइट सलमान के पीछे से जा रही है डिफरेंट पास में वो एग्जैक्टली मेरे पीछे भी जानी चाहिए. कि हाँ वो तो सेम लाइट है यार, वो थोड़ी सी भी चेंज हुई सडनली आई लुक लाइक आई एम स्टैंडिंग समवेयर एल्स एंड ही स्टैंडिंग समवेयर एल्स. सो स्मॉल थिंग्स लाइक दैट. अरे यार ये ना हमको ऑटोमेटेड लाइट्स चाहिए which recreate the scene exactly when we're doing passes. So all those things happen.
Salman and you only somehow meet up late in the nights.
जी.
Now I've heard that 2 साल पहले around 2 a.m. You got a call from Salman Khan and you were just sitting and talking about Isakbazi. Now I know that you didn't offer Isakbazi to Salman. Salman offered himself to the song. Is that true? What's the story behind that?
पहला शेड्यूल हो गया था, तो it was really like कि अब क्या करेंगे, तो यार वो गाने में किसको कास्ट करेंगे. And suddenly the call came. It was 2 o'clock and my manager told me that सलमान भाई आ रहे हैं. So I said कहाँ? इसे वो साइकिल देने आ रहे हैं बच्चों को, उनकी 2 बीइंग ह्यूमन की साइकिलें निकली हैं नई वाली, आर इन सुहाना, they were here. My children went down. So I told Anand and Himanshu, is that okay? He said of course. So he came. We went down to the living room to sit with, and he had some friends with him. And he said अरे आपकी पिक्चर शुरू हो गई? हमने कहा हमने शूट कर लिया. तो उसे मुझे भी होना है उसमें, तो हमने कहा हम एक गाना कर रहे थे, सोचा सर मैं करूँगा, कब कर सकते हैं? सो यू सडनली सेड आई एम फ्री 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
So that was 9 or 10 days later. So we thought अभी की बात है यार, प्यार में बोल के चला गया. Next morning his team called up. He said भाई ने बोला वो 3, 4, 5 को. So we had to rush actually. तो हमने सेट लगा दिया and he came and he shot the song. Very, very gracious of him.
You know, the same cast we have seen in Jab Tak Hai Jaan. Now, taking it out of that zone where we have seen Shahrukh, Anushka and Katrina having this mad love story, triangle, love, it's all about romance and all. And then looking at the same cast with this, let's say, revengeful love story. Kaise, do you like go back to it when you work, or how do you do this? How do you prepare? Like, were you worried that you were shedding your image just for this one?
I just create the character and I don't live by that image. Oh yeah, of course, I'll have images. Sylvester Stallone बड़ा cool लगता है as a boxer यार. You know, I'll have images of other actors. You know, Amir Khan दंगल में क्या लगता है? I'm an intelligent आदमी. You know, it's like that. So you don't work for an image. You work for the character and you just go by it. And even like, you know, jab tak, and I shed it. The day I finished the film normally, इसमें थोड़ा time लग रहा है because we are working on it still, and I wanted to be with the film for longer. But normally last day of shooting I take a 2-hour bath and I'm done with that character. ये चला गया, अभी हम नया वाला कोई ढूंढते हैं.
In इशकबाजी मैंने देखा है that there is Ganesh Acharya, there is Remo D'Souza, and then there's Salman Khan, and there is obviously you. How does it feel when there are two huge superstars and two amazing choreographer directors in the same song?
Remo has done the song, and Ganesh I've known for years, and you know the world that Ganesh normally does songs in is actually very इशकबाजी. And एक टाइम पे हमने ऐसा सोचा था कि जब हम obviously सलमान नहीं कर रहे थे, तो हमको पता नहीं था सलमान करेंगे, कि we'll get judges. You know, ये shows में judges होते हैं.
Right.
So normally dance show के अंदर choreographers of the caliber of Ganesh and Remo will be there. So we had thought कि वो judges होंगे और फिर एक movie star जो है guest judge बन के जैसे होता है.
Right.
You know, so that's why the reason Remo was doing the song. We said तुम एक judge हो, और गणेश को हमने फोन किया कि यार आ जाओ यार, तुम बड़े interesting लगोगे. We could have asked for anyone else. So it was just to keep the reality of you know, this television and everything on. And they both have choreographed me. And they both, the good part is, they both have choreographed me and Salman a lot. And एक दो बारी जब mistake हुआ तो ना शायद frame में नहीं आया या कैमरा नहीं पकड़ा, तो एक रीटेक हो गया. सो आई आस्क्ड क्यों रीटेक हुआ? तो जैसे नहीं सर वो रेमो सर थोड़े बात से, यार तुमको डांस वांस आता नहीं, तुम लोग यार आए तो डांस ही किया स्टेप्स करके. सो आई वाज ट्रबलिंग देम थ्रू आउट द सॉन्ग लाइक दैट.
But you have like completely freestyled yourself. I love the way you have performed in that song.
हाँ, that वो थोड़ा सा ना I remember अभी मैं एक और गाना करा था बाद में, तो मुझे बॉस को बोलने लगे कि थोड़ा सा टाइट करते हैं. But I think Bawwa has to be a little loose and weird. Yeah, he has to just should be like a Mercury. He should just shake and that's it.
Yeah, उनकी खुशी का कोई measurement है नहीं वैसे.
पागलपन सा होना चाहिए.
Actually, you know what? Bawwa Singh जब खुश होता है तो he sings. In real life, I know this. When you are the happiest, you go to sleep.
जब मैं खुश होता हूँ तो मैं जाके रूम में बैठता हूँ कि आज यार बैठ के मैं जो है ना कुछ पिक्चर देखता हूँ या बच्चों के साथ. With the other day, all 3 my kids were here, so I told them, guys, I'm really happy. ये अच्छा हो गया मेरा. अब मैं बैठता हूँ और हम बातचीत करेंगे. आ जाओ रूम में. Before I knew it, the 3 of them, poor guys, were wanting to play with me or chat with me, और मैं वहीं सो गया वहाँ पे. So I do go to sleep when I'm happy.